The Chapter 2 assignment was to use technology to upload a discussion or a podcast about the trans-theoretical model of behavioral change. The trans-theoretical model of behavioral change, or TTM, is a model used to define the process and dimensions of intentional behavioral change. This model has been described by Prochaska, Johnson, and Lee in the Trans-Theoretical Model of Behavioral Change section of the Handbook of Health Behavioral Change, 3rd edition. Unlike most theories and practices of behavioral change, the TTM acts as an integrated or integrative framework, providing a comprehensive plan to change behavior for the long term rather than a short period of time. The model is a cyclical process that can be repeated for the same behavior or to change various other behaviors. What I found to be most interesting about this model is how simple it is to follow the steps in order to see the change. The key is to be committed to your own success in order to stay motivated to the task at hand. The stages include pre-contemplation, contemplation, preparation, action, and maintenance. The one action that I have chosen to focus on throughout the semester is stress management. Managing stress is something that I've been working on since before the semester after noticing the toll stress has taken on my health. I will now discuss each stage of change and the useful steps to apply for stress management. The first stage of change is pre-contemplation, which can be defined as not intending to make a change regarding stress management for the foreseeable future, uninformed or underinformed about the effects of the behavior or stress that may, or maybe I'm demoralized from past failed attempts to change. The process that I could take in the pre-contemplation phase is that many people will not feel that they are ready to handle their problem, but are aware that the problem does exist and it is affecting them and the people around them. The next stage of change under the trans-theoretical model is contemplation, which is when one would intend to change over the next 6 months, aware of the benefits and cost, which can keep an individual in limbo for a great period of time. The process in the contemplation phase would be to have the intention to find stress management techniques over the next 6 months, a defined period of time, which is very important. The next stage would be the preparation stage, which is when you intend to take action in the immediate future and have taken a significant step towards finding a balanced method of stress already, having made a plan to reduce this stress. So the process would be to have the intention to learn and practice stress management techniques, such as deep breathing exercises, within the next month. Again, a defined period of time becomes very important. The next stage of managing stress would be action under the trans-theoretical model, which means making modifications in my life to reduce stress within the past 6 months. So this is like a retroactive look. Finding alternatives and methods to manage stress in a healthy manner. The process for this would be practicing stress management techniques for a period of less than 6 months. The final step, which could be seen as the most important by some people, would be maintenance, because this is what helps you from a potential relapse. So it's working to prevent a relapse in stress, and also preventing a related breakdown by following action steps. This stage can last typically for an individual from 6 months to 5 years. The process here is to avoid a relapse in stress or breakdowns through long-term stress management techniques. So this is kind of looking back at the previous steps and finding little things to take away that can help you to move forward. So given the parameters of the trans-theoretical model that I've explained above, I would place myself in the action section of the stress management change under this model. I have been practicing methods of stress reduction for a period of less than 6 months, but I have started. So this started at the beginning of the fall semester, where I realized that I did have a problem and considered ways to fix this, and then found ways to practice stress release. I hope that by the end of this semester, I can move on to the maintenance phase, where I can foster and nurture the long-term change of stress relief. This model can be applied to other things too in life. So one of the other things that I've considered is like healthy eating. Obviously, dieting is not the way to live a healthy life, but for long-term success, it's important to just live a healthy lifestyle. Thank you.